Hi, this is Hand Stamp by Cheryl with my next video in my series of videos on craft storage and organization. This video will be about ink and how I go about storing all of my essentials for stamping. So first of all are my ink pads. I use the Stampin' Up! Color Caddy, which basically comes with the ability to store 48 ink pads. And since Stampin' Up! Has 50 colors, this works out perfectly. There's a couple spaces down at the bottom, maybe for retired colors or something like that. But I like it because it spins, and I have each section labeled here with the color family. So you can see Regals, and then up at the top you can just twist it to spin it. Then there are Brights. In the top it has a section for storing your ink refills, and it is also divided into 4 sections, so it makes it easy for filling up your stamp pads. This color caddy costs $59.95, and I think it's an essential for getting organized. Next are my markers. So over here on my desk I have a lot of my markers within easy reach. This is a little container I use to store my spritzers. So spritzers are basically empty containers where you can add ink refills and then some rubbing alcohol in there, and then just spritz color on your project. So that gives you endless color combinations. You can even mix colors if you would like. Then you got the Marvelous markers, which are just awesome. If you haven't used these before, you need to. So the markers come with a fine tip on one side and a fat tip on the other side, and so it's great for any kind of project you do. The markers are sold in many different ways. So you can buy some of the markers individually for $3.50. Only 14 colors come individually though, so obviously it's probably the most popular colors. You can buy our in colors in sets of 5 for $14.95. You can buy the main color families in sets of 10 for $28.95. Or you can buy the whole container for $109.95. So a little steep, but it's something that if you're interested in, I would consider being a hostess and maybe having a workshop where you could maybe earn this with your hostess dollars or get it at 40% off. But I love it in the case because, as you see here, it comes with this insert, so you can make sure you've got all your markers returned in the right section. Down here it comes with some empty space for you to put the in colors as they rotate in and out. But it's just great for, it's got a handle on the top, and so you can just carry it with you, and it's very, very convenient. The next way that I store my markers is using a Stampin' Storage marker caddy, which I think is helpful for me to sort out the different kinds of markers I have. So at the top I have some of the Stampin' Up! Blendabilities. These come in sets of 3, so you would buy one color at a time for $11.95, and in that pack you would get a light, medium, and dark marker. And those are alcohol-based markers, and so they're good for using blending, but on multiple variety of surfaces, so like metal and glass and buttons and things like that you'll be able to color. This section down here are my retired Stampin' Up! Colors, so I keep those there as they rotate out. Here are my Creative Memories markers, I use more when I'm scrapbooking. And then down here is sort of my hodgepodge section where I've got my highlighter, which I actually use all the time. Then I've got some of the Stampin' Dazzle markers, so like the gold and the silver that we sell. This is a color lifter that you use when you're using your blendabilities. I've got some chalk markers in here and some different markers. Versamark pen, which I got on Amazon, which I love. So anyhow, these are the ways that I keep my miscellaneous markers organized. And then my last little segment here is just shows you this little box that I picked up at a garage sale that I currently keep in my closet that just has miscellaneous ink pads. So for example, the Memento ink that you're going to use with blendabilities, my Stays On inks, we've got it in white and black. Then we've got the Encore inks, the gold and the silver ink pads, and then lastly the Versamark. So these are miscellaneous inks that I have that I just keep in this little box. Sometimes I have different Stampin' Spots in there that I don't have the full ink pad color for Midnight Muse anymore. So anyhow, I hope this video gave you some ideas on how to keep all of your ink organized. Check me out on Hand Stamp by Cheryl. Thanks for watching this video.